next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets open down the middle. At the 45, on his way. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Unleashes one. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. At the 30. Smashes through. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Floating away. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone. Defense
rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Stumbled to the ground. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this run.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He fires to the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He leaves it with his back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Makes a move. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Holding, receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Line getting set on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl game. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep your foot on the gas.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try it. It's gracious. You can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This offense has a second down play. They'll leave it with him. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Going up top on first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Kansas State pushing the pace. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On third and short, the power run here. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Wildcats trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside kick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking for the score. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Running back searching for a hole. He opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up a tackle for loss.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. They're getting this guy lathered up. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on that.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Looking for a big gain. Snatches it on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Aggie! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air on 1st down. Makes his connection. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Demonio. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Morales. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what.
He's going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. It's caught. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Ringo.
From the gun. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
You try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
On second down, he'll fire. Using his legs to buy some time. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Bully ball on third and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Punches it into the hallelujah land for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go.
Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you...